I am back with the next installment of the DK Smithsonian Gems, the definitive visual guide. Okay. Last time we looked at Indian jewels, and today we're going to look at a few different minerals, starting with rutile. So the chemical name of rutile is titanium dioxide. The colors are reddish brown to red and golden. The structure is tetragonal. The hardness of 6 to 6.5. Okay, so what the heck is rutile, right? Arguably, rutile is more important as a mineral that imparts desirable characteristics to other stones than it is as a gem of its own right. Rutile commonly forms microscopic oriented inclusions in other materials and produces the asterism shown by star rubies and sapphires. It is also familiar as the golden, needle-like crystals trapped inside crystals of rutilated quartz, a material that has been used as an ornament since ancient times. Some reddish rutile crystals are darkly transparent, and these are sometimes faceted for collectors. So this is a quartz crystal with rutile. You can see, I'm hoping you can see anyways, the needle-like inclusions kind of going in different directions. And then here we have a golden rutile. Rutile often takes on bright golden color when enclosed in quartz and can be seen in this example with sheath-like needles. Let's see. Okay. Here's a cabochon cut. So this polished quartz cabochon shows a large number of inclusions of rutile needles forming a dense pattern beneath its surface. And here is a scent bottle which was carved from rutilated quartz. That's beautiful. And then down here we have a reverse intaglio carved in rutilated quartz. This is another scent bottle. Okay, the body of the vessel is carved from crystal quartz, and it has the reverse carving of the dolphin. And then the cap here is made with the rutilated quartz. So everyday uses. Although it may not be a household name, rutile is a vital part of modern life. Titanium is derived from rutile, and because it does not react with organic tissues, it is used to make artificial joints for hip and knee replacements and other prosthetic devices. It is also extensively used in aircraft and other applications that require high strength, low density, and excellent corrosion resistance. Titanium dioxide, meanwhile, is the main white pigment in paint, plastics, and white enamel. And here's a picture of the Guggenheim Museum. Architect Frank Gehry used titanium as the surface for his curving building in Bilbao, Spain. Well, I did not know that titanium came from rutile. I think that's the first time I've ever heard that. Okay, and moving on. Diaspore. Okay, the chemical name is hydrous aluminum oxide. Comes in white, yellow, lilac, and pink. The structure is orthorhombic, and the hardness is 6.5 to 7 on the Mohs scale. So, while its scientific name comes from the Greek word diaspora, meaning scattering, and refers to the way diaspore crackles under high heat, this gem was marketed under the trade name zoltanite, which is more suggestive of its pleochroic, which means color changing, beauty. The name was later replaced by Czarite, Czarite. So Diaspore displays light green tints in sunlight and raspberry purplish pinks in candlelight, and it gleams a champagne color under indoor lighting. In mixed lighting, variations on all these colors can occur. Well, that is very interesting. It says Diaspore was first described in 1801 after it was found in the Ural Mountains of Russia. Okay. Here's one rough specimen. There's another one. This one shows its gemmy qualities. And you can also see the striations parallel to the stone's long faces here. And then over here we have another crystal. This specimen exhibits some transparency, but this is barely visible beneath many characteristic striations that have developed on its surface. So I'm hoping you can see all of the striations there. And down here we have a zoltanite gem. It's cut in a square cushion. This superb natural gem shows typical coloring with flashes of green, blue, red, and other hues. And then over here, talking about the clarity and brilliance that Diaspore gems can achieve are illustrated by the stunning facets and light refraction in the square scissors cut stone. And here we have a brilliant cut gem. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, okay, so that's Diaspore, and it was marketed under the trade name zoltanite. And the newer name is Czarite. Interesting. Okay, let's see what's next. Fluorite. Okay, so fluorite, its chemical name is calcium fluoride. It's colorless, blue, green, purple, and orange. The structure is cubic, and the hardness is 4 on the Mohs scale. So, representing one of the widest color ranges of any mineral, fluorite's hues tend to be vibrant, with violet, green, and yellow the most common. Its colors are commonly found as zones of different colors within a single crystal, and these zones typically follow the contour of the crystal faces. Fluorite is easily cleaved, which means broken along its atomic planes, and so is faceted for collectors only. For this, the stone is carefully oriented to avoid its 4 cleavage planes, and then cut and polished slowly to avoid heat or vibration. So here's a rough showing fluorite cubes. Okay, this is a rough of Blue John. It says this uncut piece of Blue John shows the layering of purple and yellow colors characteristic of this fluorite variety. I think we're going to learn more about that on another page. So we'll see. And then down here, we've got this fluorite slice. And you look at, it displays a variety of colors as well as visible layering. So look in there, you can see green and yellow and blue and pink. That's pretty amazing. Okay. So here are, these are orange fluorite crystals. They show the cubic structure and demonstrate a typical pattern of twinning for this type of material. And then down here we have fluorescent fluorite. The majority of fluorite fluoresces under ultraviolet light, as here. The color of the fluorescence depending on the trace elements present. Okay, here's an example of it cushion cut, brilliant cut, and then cushion cut again. And then we've got a fluorite bead necklace. So it's trying to show us the color zoning within a bead. You know, here's purple and blue and purple and pink all in one bead. It says this necklace is composed of numerous circular biconvex beads of green and purple fluorite, many showing typical color layering. Although fluorite is rarely used in jewelry because it fractures easily, it can be worn as beads. Okay, and then down here it is showing us a fluorite bowl. That is pretty amazing. Amazing. Okay, I'm not seeing where it's telling us more about Blue John, so maybe we'll have to look that up. Okay, next is calcite. The chemical name is calcium carbonate. It comes in colorless and white and various other colors. Trigonal structure. The hardness is 3, so that is really very soft. Although calcite forms spectacular crystals of varied shapes and in virtually all colors, most calcite occurs in the form of limestone, marble, or travertine, all of which are used as ornamental and carving stones. Travertine is a dense banded rock formed by the evaporation of river and spring waters, depositing colored layers of calcite. Sliced travertine and marble were used extensively as a facing stone for buildings in ancient Greece and Rome, and many ancient Egyptian alabaster, in quotes, carvings are actually calcite. So this is showing calcite rough with apatite growing in it. Okay, this beautiful specimen. Calcite has the largest number of different crystal structures of any material, including these perfectly formed scalenohedrons. Okay, here's a scalenohedron rough. The form of calcite scalenohedrons is essentially a high-angle hexagonal pyramid as seen in this single example. Here is a faceted one. This particular stone was from Tanzania and faceted by a master cutter. Calcite is remarkably difficult to facet because it is soft and breaks easily. So, calcite alabaster. Ancient Egyptians used calcite for items such as this canopic stopper from Tutankhamun's tomb. Over here we're talking about the Viking Sunstone, crystal compass. So seafaring Vikings relied on the sun for navigation, but cloudy days posed a problem. Norse sagas talk of a sunstone that could help find its position on any day, gray or bright. Some scientists think this may have been calcite. A calcite crystal polarizes light into two beams which can be lined up to find the location of the sun. Modern calcite detectors achieve this within 1% accuracy. And this is showing a rock painting in Norway, showing two Vikings fishing. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, let's see. All right, this is the last page we're going to look at today. So this page is about Aragonite. The chemical name is calcium carbonate. If you notice, that's the same chemical name as calcite. So that is interesting. It comes in colorless, white, gray, yellowish, reddish, and green. The structure is orthorhombic, and the hardness is 3.5 to 4, so also very soft. So this is showing crystals of aragonite growing in a rock. So aragonite occurs in rocks in the same way as other minerals, but it also is produced by certain biological processes. The shells of many marine mollusks, as well as corals and pearls, are composed mainly of aragonite. Like all carbonates, it's soft, fragile, and very difficult to facet, with transparent crystals only rarely faceted for collectors. Facet quality crystals come from the Czech Republic, and there are superb cave formations in Mexico, but its type locality is Molina de Aragon in Spain, after which it was named, following its discovery there in 1797. Okay, all right. Here's an example of a Spanish aragonite. And here is a slice of aragonite. Layered aragonite forms in caves as stalactites. It is polished as cabochons, used as jewelry mounting, or, if large enough, as wall paneling. That's pretty amazing. And here we've got Aragonite Sputnik. Mineral collectors sometimes refer to these radiating groups of orange pseudo-hexagonal aragonite crystals as Sputniks, or star clusters. The clusters are formed from multiple twin crystals. And over here, it says aragonite sometimes forms in tree-like crystal groups known as phosphary or popcorn aragonite. It is brittle and extremely fragile. Yeah, you can see that